very proud at the Mohammed bin Rashid University of Medicine and Health Sciences and at the College of Medicine to introduce our multiple mini interviews. This is happening for the first time, where you have a standardized and a structured exam to choose students who are not necessarily cognitively and academically competent, but have the personality and the communication skills that are required for any talented medical student and a healthcare professional in the future to have. And we're very proud to have this partnership with Queen's University, who have guided us in introducing this multiple mini interviews in our College of Medicine at the MBRU.
We're very fortunate to be part of this exciting moment in the history of Mohammed bin Rashid University of Medicine and Health Sciences. We are introducing the multiple mini interviews for the first time in undergraduate medical education admissions in the region. The reason being, we're not looking for only intelligent students, but we're looking for students who are passionate and empathic and good communicators in preparing them for a future career in medicine.
At the start of each mini interview rotation, a candidate receives a question or scenario and is given a short period of time, usually 1 to 2 minutes, to prepare an answer. The scenario is prepared in a way that there's some internal tension to it, where the manner the applicant responds to it will provide an idea into his problem-solving, communication and ethical reasoning capabilities. Upon entering the interview room, the applicant has a short exchange with an interviewer, usually about 5 to 6 minutes. In some cases, the scenario requires an interaction to take place between a role player and the applicant. An interviewer assessor observes the interaction. At the end of each mini interview, the interviewer evaluates the applicant's performance on the activity against set criteria, while the applicant moves to the next station. This pattern is repeated through a number of rotations, usually 10 to 15. Some stations are designated as rest, meaning that no interview takes place. The applicant is expected to sit quietly during that time to gather their thoughts before being presented with another set of scenarios. The duration of the entire interview is usually about 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. Although applicants must relate to the scenario posed at each station, it is important to note that the MMI is not intended to test any specific medical knowledge. Instead, the interviewers or assessors evaluate each applicant's thought process and the ability to think on his or her feet. As such, there may be no right or wrong answers to the question posed in an MMI, but each applicant should consider the question from a variety of perspectives.
The role of a doctor or any other health professional goes beyond medical knowledge and technical abilities. The doctor of today and indeed of tomorrow, in addition to being technically competent, also must have the appropriate attitude to communicate effectively with patients and their families, to be able to show empathy to patients, as well as have the ability to solve problems and address morally challenging situations. The multiple mini interview is designed to explore these attributes in the applicants applying for admission into medical programs.
Mohammed bin Rashid University, we had a dedicated team where we worked together to ensure the MMI process runs smoothly for all involved, whether it was the students, the parents, the assessors, the standardized patients. A lot of planning was taking place before the event, and on the day we ensured that we had enough team members involved to be able to easily and professionally deal with all the stakeholders on the day. for the applicants, we had a registration desk where they were welcomed, their identity was checked, and where they were then ushered into a briefing room where they were provided with instructions of how the MMI process works, what is expected on the day, and the timing involved, and what was the outcome of this multiple mini interviews. Additionally, they were also informed that after they were completed with the multiple mini interviews, that they would meet again and would be given a chance to provide the university with the feedback about the process, how it went, how they felt about it, and how we can improve for our next MMI process. Additionally, we also had a parents' lounge where we welcomed the parents of applicants, and they had a chance to interact with the management of the institution. Their questions were answered, and it was important for them to feel welcomed and have their answers provided.
It means a lot to us at Mohammed bin Rashid University that we are the first to deploy this tool in selecting undergraduate students for our MBBS program. This means that we are pioneers within the region and that we are taking active steps to ensure that the health professionals of tomorrow have got the appropriate attitudes to be able to function within the health system.
Both patients, the General Medical Council, and academic bodies worldwide want to train applicants to be doctors who have both got cognitive ability and non-cognitive skills such as communication, empathy, problem solving, and ability to moral reason about a problem. We're delighted at Queen's University to have been asked by our academic partner MBRU to help them introduce multiple mini interviews into their selection process for the first tranche of applicants to their medical school. We're delighted that the process has been well received by both the applicants and by academic staff who have been acting as assessors in this process.